Over the years, some trucks have proven to be so tough and reliable that despite the passage of time, they are still out on the roads. Their durability and trustworthiness have turned them into true classics. Today, we bring you a selection of those legendary trucks that, even with all their history, are still in production and available brand new. A perfect example of how reliability never goes out of style. 1. Mercedes-Benz Unimog, the truck that laughs at terrain. Did you know there's a truck that can climb rocks, cross rivers, and still haul a full load without breaking a sweat? We're talking about the Mercedes-Benz Unimog, a German icon born right after World War II in 1947. Originally designed for agriculture, it was soon adopted by armies, rescuers, and explorers thanks to its articulated chassis and an off-road ability that feels like something out of a sci-fi movie. The Unimog doesn't just survive, it evolves. The current U4023 and U5023 models are still being used in wildfires, humanitarian missions, and war zones. The reason for its longevity? Simple: nothing else comes close. Its flexible suspension, unstoppable power, and modular design make any terrain feel like a highway. In a world demanding extreme solutions, the Unimog remains the king of the impossible. And you know what's crazy? You can still buy one brand new today. Because when something works this well, it just doesn't die. The Unimog isn't just a truck, it's a living legend on wheels. 2. KAMAZ 4310 5350, the Russian tank on wheels. If you've ever wondered what truck could survive the apocalypse, the answer comes with a Russian accent. The KAMAZ 4310 and its successor, the 5350 Mustang. Born in 1981 in the harsh motherland, this giant was built for one thing: endurance. From the frozen steppes of Siberia to the most unforgiving deserts, the KAMAZ never stops. Originally designed for the Soviet Army, its simple yet brutally tough structure made it perfect for transporting troops, weapons, and all kinds of heavy cargo. And today, it's still used in military operations, humanitarian missions in remote areas, and yes, even in extreme competitions like the Dakar Rally, where its reliability makes it unbeatable. The key to its survival is its sheer toughness. It's like a hammer, not pretty, but it does the job better than anything else, and that formula still works over 40 years later. The KAMAZ doesn't try to please you, it tries to save you. That's why it's still alive, roaring through the most forgotten corners of the planet. 3. Iveco Eurocargo, the Italian workhorse. You might not see it roaring through jungles or crossing deserts, but if you've ever lived in a European city, the Iveco Eurocargo has probably delivered your package, your bread, or even your concrete. Since 1991, this Italian truck has earned its place as the king of urban deliveries and light construction. It was born with a clear mission: big enough to haul what's needed, but agile enough to weave through narrow streets and chaotic traffic. The result? A truck with the soul of a utility vehicle and the heart of a laborer. The current Eurocargo E6 keeps that same essence while adding efficiency, technology, and fewer emissions. And why is it still in production? Because it simply works. Big and small companies rely on it every day, and its balance between load capacity, fuel consumption, and maneuverability has no rival. In a world chasing practicality, economy, and dependability, the Eurocargo is the perfect tool. It doesn't grab attention until you need to move a ton through a medieval city center. 4. Tatra T815, the Czech titan that dances in the mud. The Tatra T815 is no ordinary truck. This beast, designed in the Czech Republic, has been proving since 1983 that Eastern European engineering has nothing to envy from anyone. Built for the harshest conditions, this monster moves with almost absurd grace thanks to its central tubular frame and independent suspension. Translation: it can hold tons of cargo, as if it were floating over rocks and mud. Originally created for military use and heavy mining, the T-815 also became a Dakar rally legend, showing it's faster and stronger than it looks. And today, it's still working in industrial zones, military missions, and yes, even in high-risk competitions. The current T-815-7 and Phoenix models keep the original philosophy alive: extreme endurance and a one-of-a-kind mechanical design. This truck doesn't just survive, it dominates. Because while other trucks adapt to the terrain, the Tatra makes the terrain adapt to it. 5. Toyota Dyna, Hino Dutro, Japanese reliability that never goes out of style. The Toyota Dyna and its successor, the Hino Dutro, have been the backbone of Japan's urban deliveries since 1963. If you've ever received a package on a busy city street, chances are a Dyna was part of the journey. This truck was designed for city work, compact in size but tough enough to haul heavy goods. Its efficient engine, dependable design, and low maintenance made it the favorite of small businesses and merchants. Although the Dyna was absorbed by the Hino Dutro, its essence lives on in the current version. The Dutro carries the same reliability and ease of use, but with modern technology and improved safety standards. Why is it still around? Because the Japanese know how to build things: durability, low running costs, and simple mechanics. In a world that values efficiency, this truck remains the workhorse for urban delivery fleets across the globe. And if you ever doubt its toughness, just remember, it's been doing the job for over 60 years, and it's still indispensable. 6. Jazz 3308. Sadko, the Russian truck that never stops. Imagine a truck that combines the toughness of a tank with the ability to push through the deepest mud and snow. That's how the Jazz 3308 Sadko was born in 1997, inheriting the legendary features of the Jazz 66, a classic from 1964. Built to face the harshest challenges of rural Russia, the Sadko is the perfect truck for rough terrain, heavy farming, and military missions. Thanks to its military roots, the Jazz 3308 is ready for anything, from hauling equipment to working in extreme conditions. Its ability to move through unpaved roads, across snow or mud, is almost mythical. Over the years, its design has been refined with upgrades to the cab and engine, but the essentials remain: strength, endurance, and reliability. Today, the Jazz 3308 remains a cornerstone in the countryside and in military operations, because when conditions are extreme, you need more than just a regular truck. You need a Sadko, a true tank on wheels that keeps proving why it's an indestructible classic. 7. Dongfeng EQ240, EQ2102, the Chinese truck that inherited Soviet power. If the name Dongfeng sounds familiar, it's because this truck has spent decades proving that Chinese vehicles can also endure the toughest conditions. The Dongfeng EQ240 and its modernized version EQ2102 were born in 1975 with a very clear inspiration: the mighty Russian trucks. With its simple and rugged design, it quickly earned the trust of both the armed forces and farmers and transporters in rural and logistical areas. What makes it special? Its adaptability. With mechanics that don't rely on complex technologies, the EQ240 is able to keep performing in rough terrain, extreme climates, and demanding workloads. Even though its design was based on the Jazz 66, the modern version was improved with a more efficient engine and a more comfortable cab for the driver. This truck remains popular for its reliability and low maintenance costs, both essential in rural and military markets. No doubt about it, the Dongfeng EQ240 lives on because its simplicity, combined with the toughness inherited from the best Russian trucks, makes it irreplaceable. 8. Ural 4320, the Russian truck that defies time. The Ural 4320 is one of those trucks that proves toughness never goes out of style. Since its debut in 1977, this Russian beast has been the backbone of military transport, rural areas, and remote construction projects. Its reliability and durability, paired with extremely simple mechanics, turned it into a legend. And it's a clear example that Soviet engineering still has plenty to offer. Despite its rugged looks, the Ural 4320 has evolved, and the most recent version, the Ural Next, keeps the essence that made it great while adding the modern technology today's market demands. What hasn't changed is its ability to move through any terrain, from dusty roads to the harshest winter conditions. Its mechanical simplicity, with no unnecessary extras, makes it easy to repair and maintain anywhere in the world. Today, the Ural 4320 remains the top choice in remote locations, military missions, and heavy-duty work. Why is it still alive? Because despite all the tech advances, a truck that never fails is simply irreplaceable. And that's why the Ural Next continues to carry the banner of reliability and endurance. 9. Isuzu N-Series, the Japanese truck that conquered the world. The Isuzu N-Series, a true urban delivery legend, has spent over 6 decades proving why it's one of the most versatile and reliable trucks on the market. Since its birth in 1959, the N-Series family has spread across the globe, conquering everything from the narrow streets of Japan to the bustling urban centers of America and Europe. Its secret lies in its ability to adapt to nearly any need, from city deliveries to light construction applications. This truck stands out not only for its dependability, but also for its flexibility. The current models keep that same versatility, offering setups for cargo transport, cranes, lift platforms, and much more. With low maintenance costs and impressive durability, the N-Series remains the favorite option for small and medium businesses around the planet. Why is it still alive? Because over the years, the Isuzu N-Series has earned the trust of those who need a nimble, strong, and easy-to-maintain truck. Its global popularity, combined with its adaptability to different jobs, has made it immortal, and its reign shows no sign of ending anytime soon. 10. Ford F-750, F-800, the American giant that stays unbeatable. If there's one thing that never goes out of style in the United States, it's the strength and reliability of Ford trucks. The F-750 F-800 line, launched in 1980, has been the cornerstone of construction, cranes, and industrial hauling for decades. With a tough design built to withstand the hardest jobs, the F-750 F-800 remains the workhorse of countless industries that require strength, load capacity, and durability. Though this line has been redesigned over the years, it has never lost its essence. Its structure is still solid as a rock, able to take on the most demanding work. And what sets it apart most is its ability to do just about anything, from hauling construction materials to serving as the base for powerful industrial cranes. Why is it still alive? The answer lies in its legacy of toughness. The F-750 F-800 didn't just survive the test of time, it did so while keeping the trust of those who depend on its reliability. The mix of a strong design and the ability to adapt to modern needs ensures it remains one of the most sought-after trucks, even today. If you've been fascinated by these legendary trucks that keep conquering the world with their power and durability, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and hit the bell. See you on the next route where the engine of history never stops.